Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another episode of Brickmania TV. This is an extra special episode because finally digital instructions have dropped on brickmania.com as well as other places, which Jason's going to tell us about here in a minute. It includes the 4 models that you see here plus several others, so make sure to check those out. We'll go through the full list here in just a minute, but as you can just see by what we have sitting in the table in front of us, it is a pretty epic initial drop. There is some stuff, however, though, that we want you guys to know about this because there's been a lot of back-end work by my friend Jason here, as well as our graphic design team, to make sure you guys have everything you need to get your hands on what you need to complete these awesome builds. So, Jason, if I turn things over to you, tell me a little bit about what people need to know if they're going to dive into Brickmania digital instructions.
Well, Dan called me up and he's like, look, I want to make our instructions available digitally, which is a departure from what we've done in the past, because typically it gets printed, it goes in the box with the kit, or every now and then we would compile them into a book, and we'd print that book, make the book available, but you know what? Books are heavy. You know who can't get heavy books from us very well? People around the world.
Exactly.
So
trips across the pond get really expensive.
Yes, especially when you've got a big ship stuck in the Suez Canal preventing all shipping from getting around the world.
How much Brickmania stuff was on that ship? We'll never know.
You never know. So Dan's like, ebooks. You know, we can make digital instructions, we can make them available on our website, we can make them available on other ebook marketplaces.
Yeah.
If you've got an Amazon Kindle, you can get them there. If you've got an Apple device where you're reading books through Apple Book Services, we're going to try and make them available there. Barnes & Noble Nook, we're looking at that too. So the idea is wherever you want to read and look at Brickmania instructions and build with Brickmania instructions, we're going to make it easy for you to do that.
Awesome. So obviously having access across the board is wonderful. You can pick them up anywhere there, but there are some differences where you get your stuff from.
Yes. Because of, well, we wanted to make it as good as possible. So the best place to get it is brickmania.com. And the reason for that is because that lets us give you the highest quality PDF. That lets us give you sticker art that you can print at home on your own printer with sticker paper. Office supply stores sell removable sticker paper. So we formatted our stickers so that you can print them, in addition to making them available for sale, which we'll come to in a second. But also, you want to buy the parts, we're going to give you the parts list. We're going to give you 2 formats of the parts list. When you buy it from brickmania.com, you get CSV file, which is a file that you can open in Excel or in Numbers if you're on a Mac, OpenOffice, whatever they're using these days. And you can now move that information around. Like if you've got 2 spreadsheets, you can copy and paste and, you know, explore things.
Sure.
We've got web links on that CSV file too to help you find exactly the part that you need in the right color.
No guesswork.
No guesswork.
Beautiful.
The other thing that comes with it, and this is the one that I think I'm the most excited about, is we made a file formatted in bricklink.com's XML format.
Woo!
So that when you copy and paste the text in that file and make a wanted list on bricklink.com, every part for everything, if you're going to make this plane and these missiles, those will be sold together. You'll have 1 parts list for the plane, 1 parts list for the missiles. You can upload them at once and buy everything you need.
How nice is that? That has literally been the thing that everyone is saying. If you're going to do instructions, you got to do it, and that is what we wanted to make sure, and that's why it's taking so long.
Yep. Yeah, and so that's what you get when you buy them directly from us. Now, we don't have a way to bundle that kind of information on Amazon or something like that. So the books that you buy in those marketplaces with your e-reader do not come with those downloads, but they do still have a full text-based parts list that tells you how many you need, what you're looking for, what color is it available in. And so you can use that information to still buy everything that you need. It's just much easier when you can copy and paste and drop it all into Bricklink at once.
Right, so you're not actually getting anything less if you purchase from a different source, but the nice thing you get from brickmania.com is we can control the formats of all that stuff, and we know how to integrate with Bricklink, whereas Amazon and Apple, you do what they tell you.
yeah, it's the convenience thing. Like, if you, not everybody who's gonna buy these books are gonna build what's in them.
Right.
So they don't need to buy all of those parts. They may want to buy it to study wing building techniques or differences in turrets between this Italian tank and the Merkava over there. You know, and so that way, if you've already got a Kindle at home, you can buy those instructions and you can flip through them. You can read, you can study, you can learn, really, all these different techniques that Dan's been working on for the last 20 years. But you do still have a full reference sheet at the back for what all those parts are.
Which people who know the Brickmania books are used to that in the sense that, that's the old school way of shopping on Bricklink, is you got to go in there and put it all in. But if we're getting the digital bundle from Brickmania, we wanted to streamline that via the XML file, so we made sure that was taken care of there. But all in all, it's just nice to be able to have access across the board. Whatever your needs are for what the reason you want these instructions, we should have one that meets that.
Yep. Yeah, in fact, I've got my iPad here, or my tablet. I don't remember which one it actually is. This is one of those marketplace stores. Here is the table of contents for the book. And then we'll just go ahead and dive in. We designed a new cover. And I think what I really like about this is these aren't new books per se. This is the existing kit instruction book, and we just put a new cover on it, and the original cover, all the original artwork is in this ebook too.
Oh, that's cool.
So once we continue on, you can see
you do get a part of the original in that sense.
There's some introductory information, and that's the actual cover for the instructions that shipped with the Leopard 2A7 when we initially sent it out. So it goes on to the instructions, and then I'll give you a quick glance at the part list, but don't pause it and try to get all the parts without buying the book.
Still a cool walkthrough for that information. Then obviously, sourcing the bricks, that is where you guys come in. But we want to make sure that we've got all the counterparts and stuff that goes with it, also available on brickmania.com. So that's what Jason was leading to earlier, is that we're giving you the sticker artwork with the original file that you purchased. But if you don't want to mess around with creating your own stickers or trying to cut them out, we've got a solution for that too.
Yeah, every one of these kits and every Brickmania kit has either stickers that came with it or printed elements that came with it. So for all of these instructions, we're gonna make both available. We're making sticker packs available for each of the vehicles, and that sticker pack has the original stickers plus the original printed elements re-rendered as stickers. So
you don't miss anything.
Yeah,
it's all stickers, it's all one sheet.
It's all there.
And not only that, but we were talking about, EU customers, Brickizimo customers who, don't want to pay to have the book shipped across it. We're going to hook up your resellers with a bulk amount of those stickers so that you don't even have to worry about getting them from us necessarily and then waiting for the shipment, because your download's going to come down instantly. And so you're going to want to get those sticker packs as quick as possible because, heck, once you got instructions for this sitting there, it's time to start building. So we're going to make sure that you guys are all set up over there too, and you won't have to, wait for your stickers to come across the pond.
Yeah, and not only are we making the sticker packs for all of the kits, but when we had additional custom pieces, we're going to start making those too. So for example, the K2 Black Panther, this was some of the early 3D printing work that we did for tank wheels. And this one has reddish brown wheels and dark green wheels. And that's going to be a set that's up for sale. In fact, it's up for sale right now.
Correct.
We've got tank wheels that you can buy. It's already as one set. So you just buy the wheel set for the K2 Black Panther, and you get all the wheels that you need, plus maybe one or two extra in case you want to build something else.
Or you have an extra long K2 Black Panther.
You want to make a bigger, the K2.25 Black Panther. But then, of course, always, the brick arms are available on the website. We note in the instructions, in the parts lists, all the brick arms components that you need for making all of these things, in addition to our 3D printed parts, or, you said we're going to be making a...
So let's dive into that. So basically what we're going to do is, where you guys know that we do restocks on Monday, we do new releases on Friday. Well, Wednesdays are now going to be instructions days, which means come those days, instructions will drop, the sticker packs will drop, and any 3D printed items you need to complete that build will also drop on that day. You can find all of that in the ebooks category. Now, you'll also be able to find 3D printed elements under the 3D parts category, but if you go to ebooks, specifically looking for what you need to complete your ebook, everything is going to be there. Now, not yet. But moving forward here, once he's got some time, Landon is going to start working back towards the catalog of various tankers, pilots, etc. that come with all of these kits, and creating minifigures that will be able to go along with them. Now, because of the popularity of our minifigures and because some people just like to collect the minifigs themselves, those will continue to drop on Fridays. They won't be necessarily looped in with the instruction drop on Wednesdays, but we'll still give you a heads up so you guys know if you pick up the F-14 instructions, we got Jolly Roger pilots coming. They're in the pipeline. I've seen them on the project list. It will happen. It'll just take some time.
With those custom 3D printed and UV printed helmets?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we're not going to do anything halfway, especially not when we've got this whole thing all set up and ready to rock. So those will be on their way a little bit later. We're still getting through some of the stuff that, we're working through themes. He's still going to create new minifigures as well, and then obviously we're still heavily into kits, printed elements, etc. But for this, we do want to make sure that we have some standalone minifigures available. I know everybody's been asking for aircraft pilots from the Jolly Rogers all the way up to the F-117, etc. Those are on the way. We just have to kind of fill them in afterwards once we get this initial launch off the ground.
Yeah, and I think what's most exciting about this for me too is Dan's like, let's make instructions for all of our kits. So this is a long-term thing. Like we're going to keep dropping them a couple at a time each week. Maybe we'll increase that as we get better at outputting them. Drew's been working really hard at taking the old instructions and making them into these new ebooks. Slam's been kicking in the artwork, getting the stickers ready and converting those printed elements into now stickers. So they're just chomping at the bit to get this get even more out there. We're starting with some more modern stuff, like our main battle tank line that we did a couple of years ago.
The popular request.
Super popular. And then we've got the F-14. I think there's another airplane on there, but we're going to be, it's like 10 or 15 or 20 of the modern, and then we dip back into World War II. And then from there, it's just going to be the sky's the limit. What people want, we'll go back into the archive, we'll pull it out, we'll make an ebook of it.
Well, and you're literally digitizing the largest collection of custom building instructions on the planet.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else, besides the producers of these parts themselves who've made more sets than what Brickmania has made.
No, and that's pretty cool. So it is definitely going to be a continuing process, but one that we're really excited to dive into. And by the time we start working through the backlog, it'll be time to have new kits getting ready to go to the digital files as well. So everything in due time, but here's the initial launch. I'm going to run down the list.
Awesome.
So here we have it. The Leopard 2A7, the F-35 Lightning II Variant B, the Merkava Mk4, the Char Leclerc, the Ariete, the Type 99A, the M1A2 Abrams, the AMX-13, the K2 Black Panther, and of course, the F-14 Tomcat. So there you have it. That is the initial rundown live on Brickmania.com right now. 3D printed elements, sticker packs, and digital downloads all ready for you to have at it.
That's an amazing collection.
A pretty good initial launch. Like we said, after this, 2-3 a week as we move forward. We'll see how that progresses, and then stay tuned for minifigs. Anything else you want to add, Jason?
I'm the nerd. Like, for me, the exciting part isn't that I'm going to build this F-14. The exciting part is I'm going to be able to jump into the designer's head and see how did they put that together. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Well, and the information now is all there. So go get it live right now on Brickmania.com. Check out the ebooks category. Thank you very much for watching.